Previously on Survivor Winthrop. Like, extremely previously. Tucker lost the immunity challenge to Jared, who entered discussions with Sarah about going to the final 3 together. Sarah expressed her desire to do so, but also mentioned her skepticism toward the idea. She encouraged Jared to use his steal-a-vote advantage against Tucker. At Tribal Council, Jared stole Tucker's vote, and Eliza played an immunity token. But Tucker surprised everyone with an immunity token of his own. All of the votes were cast against Tucker, including one from Eliza, who was Tucker's closest ally during the whole game. After a revote, Amy was voted out, having been viewed as being able to curry the most favor with the jury. 5 are left. Who will win the title of Sole Survivor tonight?
Not much. A lot, actually.
So for her to turn, I can't trust her now. I can't trust anybody now.
It's going to come down to the challenges now, I think.
Yep.
I didn't really want to vote out Tucker, but it's kind of the way it's going, and I probably made more people mad than he did. So I kind of wanted to take him to the end, but it's the way the game changed. So sorry, Tucker.
And I think if Eliza went to the jury,
Yeah.
the
If she
final
went to the
three,
final
she
3.
could win
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
So
I know. Amy was thinking that too. Amy was really worried about her.
yeah. As soon as I didn't get that challenge, I had to bolt down to the camp as soon as I could and get something, because people were going to be voting for me. I've been too much of a threat throughout the game, and if I make it to the end, I'm going to tell that to the jury, because that's the second time I've gotten a ton of votes towards me, and I've been able to avoid it twice. So I think I'm playing a pretty good game, but that was ridiculously close. We need to stick together to the end, keep the 3, whatever. It doesn't matter who wins the immunity from here on out. If we stay together, we all have an equal shot at the end, and we have a better shot than them if they're not.
That's true. Sarah had come to me with this plan that I told her about my advantage. So she suggested that I steal his vote and then get unanimous the rest of them for Tucker. And then after that, we had a plan who we were going to vote for after that, and it was Amy. So that worked out. So I think we accomplished 2 big things: getting somebody out and flushing out an idol. I think at this point, if we had to choose between Dallas and Eliza to go next, I would choose Eliza.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say too, right? I was able to convince Jared to use this advantage, and so I thought I could. I trusted him, and I guess I can. So that's awesome. He did just what I told him he should do. So that's good.
I think so. I think so. I'm so scatterbrained right now. That's the best move, to be honest. Right? First of all, it'd be really cool. Right? Has it ever happened before?
I don't know. I don't think so. And we have a majority. Why are you taking advantage of this majority? I almost want to say Eliza because I don't think I can beat Eliza. She's very good at like the playing both sides and chatting to everybody.
Because if one of us flips, then we don't have majority, and then that doesn't make sense.
That's true.
So we have a majority right now, so we need to take advantage of that.
Right.
I do not know what's going to happen. I think Tucker's really mad at me for voting for him. I do feel bad for doing that, but I know you probably hate your getting ready to I know it's pretty good for you. If we and Sarah stay together, because Jared's now getting into like the finals and he'll flip.
Yeah.
So final 5 anyway. Can we just say like
Good job, guys.
We made it. Final 5.
No matter what happens
thing
after this.
I'm like, I have
got to the final 5.
Out of 16 people.
All right, come on in, guys. Just like last challenge, it's all about speed. Do another good old-fashioned foot race. So you race up the hill. This time, knock your bottle of water off the stake. Take out your anger on it, you know. Okay? This time, oh yeah, Jared, I'll take back the necklace. I always forget about that. Okay? First 3 people to finish, knock over their bottles. It doesn't matter, male or female. We'll move on to the final round of the challenge. Okay? All right, we're gonna get out of the way. For a guaranteed spot in the next phase of the challenge, survivors ready? Stop! It's Jared first, Tucker second, Sarah third. On my go. You're gonna turn around, take a look at the riddle set before you. Similar to the redemption challenge, you grab the key that you think corresponds to the correct answer, run down, try to unlock the box. If you're correct, the box will unlock. If the box unlocks, run back up here, touch the table. First person to touch the table wins immunity. All right, survivors ready? Yep. And this riddle is way harder, so have fun. Tucker thinks he might have it. And Jared taking his time. Tucker is wrong, has to come back. Jared is right! Can he make it back to the table? Yes, he can. It's Jared! So this man's father is me, the man in the painting is his son. Well, it doesn't matter because you won immunity. Jared's 3rd individual immunity in a row. Guaranteed spot in the final 4. All right. You guys are going to head back to camp. A lot of strategizing to do.
It seems like the 3 of us talked to the 3 of us that were part of that challenge. And it's kind of come down to between you and Eliza. So I push them towards Eliza. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so those 3 are solid.
If you, me, and Jared stay strong like we were talking, we'll just stick together. This is what we're here. I know. I'm convinced if we go Eliza, if we go to the end with Eliza, she's gonna win. People like her. Likes to win. And she got voted out at the very beginning. And then all the way, all the way back. Like, yeah, we're us. I want to watch her though. She's just in an idol. Yeah, like, chill. And sometimes they're like, you do so fun and I was like, right there.
Well, I didn't get immunity, so obviously I'm nervous. It's just really intense. But right now, I'm saying, like, we're supposed to go to the ready. You need to story.
We just talked on the way down and she wants this thing.
Okay, well, can you go talk to her again?
Yes, I mean, you watch Tucker, make sure he doesn't find an idol. We need to stay strong. You and the answer.
Yep.
Through the end, we need
Remember,
to
never sounds caught us getting glass out of this room.
Yes. Because, like, if she makes it to the end with any of us, she's gonna win.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think us three have more equal of a chance of winning against each other. I'd rather go to the end of this. I don't want to go to the end.
I don't care if I don't win. I just want to make it to the end. Like,
Yeah, solidify your reputation.
like I know I won't win if I go with Eliza.
Yeah. I feel I'm pretty solid with Sarah, definitely at the end. I feel like Tucker wants to come to the end with us too. And I'm getting more comfortable with the idea because I think I have won more immunity challenges than him. And I think I've strategized more.
Or I think you should tell me. I don't think she has. She's still going on.
Yeah. The only thing I'm worried about is making a big enough decision that is survivor worthy, I guess. I don't want to just float along to the end. I mean, I guess winning immunity is something, but that might not be enough for the jury, so I have to start thinking a lot more about the jury.
If you win, Sarah, you have to go down that's the numbers. But if you don't, like me, if us three stick together, we have the numbers. And that's, we shouldn't miss that. Because that's the one chance we actually have majority.
Eliza did what she had to do to stay with the numbers, and if she acted like she was too loyal to me, it was just going to turn around on her. So I understand, but I have to turn around now too, and just stay with my three. I'm hoping that they're loyal with me, because if they turn, then I'm done. Like, I'm going to get voted. And if Eliza has an immunity idol, then I'm done too. So it all comes down to chance, like who has what. But I'm gonna risk it. That's the game.
How much more can I put down here? I have two. So I have one, or two. That little bugger really hurts.
It's down between you right now.
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It was a good game while it lasted. It was fun. It was fun. I don't know what's the same thing.
Yeah.
You have Tucker. He's not happy for it.
Oh, mine was ripped too. But I guess you. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good game.
Yeah, I do.
I'm going home 100%. Everyone's saying something different to me, so I'm going to. I wish Jared told me honestly that he was gonna vote me out. That was nice. I should have saved the idol. I should have saved it.
I had to tell her that I was going to vote for her. So, and she seems to accept it. That's my reasoning.
I know I'm getting out. So,
It's okay. It's a toss-up.
I know Jared's voting for me. He already told me.
I think it's just gonna be a
Who are you voting for?
who's gonna stay.
You can tell. I know you're voting for me. It's
I honestly
okay.
don't know.
I think Dallas is gonna stay strong to Jared, which is not good for me.
I think the majority vote is Eliza. I don't think anybody's gonna vote for you. Me and Jared and Sarah are strong. Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Eliza. Yeah. Okay. It's just the way it's gonna be. So
That's good to know.
yeah, it's not gonna be you. So because I wasn't really aligned with you or Eliza. So
It's really hard. You know, we worked so closely and so like together with the people that are here right now. So it's really hard to like turn around and vote with them out.
Before I started this game, my strategy was to control the game without anyone knowing I was controlling the game. But at this point, all of them think I'm aligned with them, so pretty much no matter what I do, someone's gonna think I'm aligned. Jared and Tucker want me to vote out now. So pretty much I'm the swing vote, and I have 2 immunity idols. Word. Do you think that you can beat either of those boys? I don't think I can. No. So you have a better chance against us, right? Right. Yeah. I haven't won this. I haven't won any challenges. So I haven't won any challenges. Right. Listen, let's say Jerry doesn't win the next immunity. Right. Will you side with them? Because you're related. It's so hard. It's so hard. You have to do what you have to do. Right. Let's just get there. So, let's just get there.
So it's either myself or Sarah, and I'm thinking it's gonna be me. So it was fun while it lasted.
We will now bring in the members of our jury. Byron, Ben, Ronan, McKenna, Jen, and Amy voted out at the last tribal council. Now, Tucker, how does it feel being in this tribal council but not having an immunity necklace?
I still feel strong. I feel like the alliances are starting to form now. It's just down to 3 versus 2, and whoever that ends up being, that's who's going home. It's just who you trust the most. It's not about the immunity now.
Eliza, who would you say that 3 versus 2 would be?
I'm definitely on the bottom.
Dallas, what do you think? Where do you think you fall?
I feel like I fall kind of low in that list as well, on that ladder.
Well, Jared, with the necklace around your neck, very secure, are you already formulating your final speech to the jury, or is it too soon?
Yeah, I think every time I had 2 votes in the block, I think about what I would take that.
Sarah, same with you? You feeling secure?
Well, I don't know about secure, but you can't tell.
Let's see if you actually can. It is time to vote. Tucker, you're up.
Getting down to the end, and I'm gonna trust my new alliance because I feel like I have a better chance of winning in the final 3 with them than I do with you. Thanks for taking me this far, though.
I'm getting out this round because I've waited until later voting for me, so it's okay. It was a good game. I'll see you during when I'm over there.
I'll go tally the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity token and you'd like to play it, now is your last chance to do so. Claim this for yourself. This is a real hidden immunity token. Any votes that have been cast against Sarah will not count.
It's the last chance to again.
Any immunity items. Oh,
I
snap.
think it's too late.
That one is expired, but I'll take it. So Sarah is like double immune. All right. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Eliza. Eliza. It's 2 votes, Eliza. Tucker. 1 vote, Tucker. 2 votes, Eliza. Tucker. It's 2 votes, Tucker. 2 votes, Eliza. 1 vote left. Fourteenth person voted out as Survivor Winthrop, Redemption Mountain, and the 7th member of our jury, Tucker. Tucker, try this vote.
matter how deep you are into the game, anything can change. You guys can head over to the challenge arena for your final challenge.
Kind of disappointed that I didn't make it to like the final four because I thought we had a good thing, the three of us. I know Sarah was loyal with me, but I guess Jared flipped. He's in it for himself, which I don't blame him. It's a good strategy. Should have seen it coming, honestly, the way he's been gunning for me. But I made it final five, so that's great. I mean, that's farther than I thought I would get, so. I honestly think I played the best game that I could play. I don't think I would do anything different. I think I had a good strategy. People that were with me were with me when I could count on them, and I didn't really get backstabbed too many times. It's the game, so it happens.
So how are you feeling right now?
Good, but I'm still like, wow. I'm shocked. I'm shocked I didn't get our last one. I think everyone got this one. So at least I could trust Alice with that vote. But now she might go back to Jared because she's had a strong alliance with him. And he was safe, so they might have just been working together, but not telling us for that vote. And now I'm going to vote us out next. And they're all like, oh, you hurt my feelings. So that's what the whole thing that they've been doing.
We're talking about Alice. She's doing it.
Yeah. I mean, it's true life.
I know. I mean, that's the job she did. She was going out first and came in.
Right.
She kept thinking she was going.
Right.
And she never got one. So,
She needs to go.
yeah, she's seriously.
I was pretty shocked. I thought Sarah, Tucker, and I were going to go to the end. I think they were starting to suspect Tucker and I. Tucker and I were getting closer together, so, which was true. Like I was starting to feel comfortable with going to the end with Tucker. So I think they didn't want to let me in on that vote, which is fine. Like I'm okay with it. And I think I'm still in a good spot. I think no matter who wins this immunity, I'm going to the final three with the alliances that I have right now.
It went just as I wanted it to. I feel like, I don't want to be cocky, but I feel like I made that happen. Now the big question is, how Jared thinks I'm going to the end with him. But am I? That's the big question. I think Eliza's with me, but I don't know about Dallas. I think she's talked about doing the three girls, which is exactly what I want to have happen, so I just have to convince her that she does not need to be loyal to family in a game like this. She has to do what is best for herself, which is what's best for me. So, we'll see if that, I don't know, we'll see. I could get at the end and get no votes because everyone's mad at me. I'm hoping they'll recognize that I played a good game. Because I think I have. I think I've played a pretty good game so far. And I haven't really lied to anybody in doing it. I've implied, like, yeah, I like the sound of that. And I've thought of that. And things like that. But, and even Tucker, he tried to get me to say that I voted for Eliza and I didn't. So I feel like I'm coming out of this pretty clean. Like maybe they thought those things, but it's because they did more talking than I did. So I didn't have to. I didn't have to do any of that, which I didn't want to do. I wasn't going to do. Remember, I don't play dirty, but I'm not afraid to get dirty. Although I'm feeling like the jury is going to use that. Like I played dirty, but I didn't. So I got to think about how I can convince them that I didn't.
I mean, it's possible that the three of them could turn on me. I don't think it'll happen, but I'm going to try my best to win immunity right now. And yeah, so like, I'm not foreseeing anything bad happening, but I'm gonna win immunity.
I need to win this one. Like, I really, really need to win this one.
We just gotta do one more.
One more vote and then we're in.
First things first, Jared, I will take back the immunity necklace. For the last time, immunity is back up for grabs. Welcome to your final immunity challenge. This is where it's do or die. Mike, would you like to explain this one?
Sure. First of all, take off your shoes and socks, please. This will be your starting position. Okay,
I need to film this.
Okay. Now, when I say go, you have 10 seconds to stand up. Okay? At 5 minutes, which I will count down to, at 5 minutes, I'll tell you when to step down to the next round. At that point, you have 10 seconds. You can touch this to move down to the next one. After another 5 minutes, I will tell you when you can start transitioning, and you can touch to go down to the final. Okay? At no time can your feet touch the ground, even when you're transitioning. Okay? After 15 minutes, if you've been 5-5-5, a weight will be added to your hands. And at that point, whoever can last the longest. You have 10 seconds to get on that top rung. Hands off.
This challenge is on.
In 5 seconds, you'll start transitioning. 3, 2, 1. Start transitioning. You have 10 seconds.
No putting your feet on the ground.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands off.
Challenge is back on.
How do the boards feel, Jared?
For sure.
Do you guys think that you'll be able to walk again?
You have 5 seconds before you start transitioning.
You got 5
4, 3, 2, 1. Start. Now you have 10 seconds to make the transition. 5, 4,
making the
3, 2, 1. Hands off.
challenge is back on. The wider you have to stand, the greater the pain.
I know what happens
In
next.
10 seconds, these guys are going to hand a weight in front of you. At that point, you will have 10 seconds to take it.
Can we fix our
Gonna
feet
be
at all?
on. Nope.
Nope.
Nope, you're just taking the weight.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
I know.
Another
Is
added
the weight
element.
allowed to touch the wood?
No. That's a good question, but you know.
Push through, Eliza. Push through.
Eliza is debating giving up a guaranteed spot in the final 3.
Guaranteed chance to plead her case to the jury.
She did not get this.
That's not true. That's not true. Oh, you are. We didn't want to tell you. Eliza, you can do it. You can do it. It does not look like you're pooping unless you do that. But
Alright, let's see that. Eliza
ah,
drops out, she is out of the challenge.
I'm not gonna win it.
Gonna add 2 more water bottles.
Dallas is dropping out.
Aww.
After 45
Dallas,
minutes.
you were amazing. Woo!
It is down to Jared and Sarah. Dallas is wisely taking a minute before trying to walk.
Do you need medical, Dallas?
We love you, Dallas.
She's thinking about it.
I know. Do you need medical?
You have a line down your foot.
Yeah, can you hold your foot up?
Other one.
Your pain beings.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know what's easier.
Yeah, two extremely different approaches.
One, the weight and
Sarah, we're solid, right?
Out of nowhere! Sarah wins! Oh my God! Please keep clapping.
Sam, see the feet up in the light.
Let's see the feet.
Yeah. Oh man.
Wow, that is going to be a permanent fixture
Deep
of your feet
line.
for the rest of your life. Sarah guaranteed a spot in the final three. I have never been prouder to give someone this necklace. You're going to get a chance to plead your case to the jury.
I'm super excited.
So excited for it.
I felt like that was the one for me to lose.
You are in the final three, girl. You guys put your shoes back on.
You've had 2 children.
You have 2 children.
You've born 2 children. You can do this.
You've endured childbirth.
You did such a good job. You did so good. Everyone did. That was
Right.
hard. Like, don't even
It was hard. It was hard.
It was hard.
I know. I should have been
And heavy.
hours.
I was like, I don't know how much more I can hold.
Right now, I'm still. I've got 2 people in mind. I'm a little undecided. Right now, I think it's between Jared or Eliza.
How do you like keep going? How do you like think of it? Oh, it's a running thing that I do. That I just, to whenever I want to quit, I say, Sarah, I give myself a little pep talk. I say, you have had 2 children. One of them cried every night for 3 months, 4 to 6 hours.
I'm not sure yet.
The next one woke up every 45 minutes crying. You got no sleep. You can do this. You can do this. So if you can do that, you can do this. I saw you shaking and I was like, you know what? If I hadn't seen you shaking, I would have had a little less confidence, but I was not giving up, so.
Do you regret quitting?
No. I tried. I wasn't gonna make it out.
Yeah.
I already know I'm getting out, so it's okay.
Right.
It was a fun game. I'm glad I knew it was fun. No, I'm getting it right now. I already know they've already told me, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
That's fine.
Good job, Jared. That's really good. Really good.
I just hope that I am solid with my alliances right now and I can survive this vote.
We will now bring in the members of our jury. Byron, Ben, Ronan, McKenna, Jen, Amy, and Tucker voted out at the last tribal council. Gonna have to squeeze in. All right. That was an incredible challenge performance by all of you. Sarah, how are you feeling having this much power?
Oh, it just feels so much better. So now I really can just think about what I'm going to say. It's a really great feeling.
All right. Well, we're all really itching to get to that final tribal council. Let's just get right to the vote. Dallas, you're up.
It's nothing personal. I just feel like you could handle the jury better than I could.
It's the only problem I have. It's either me or
Okay, I did want to go to the end with you, but I think
by getting rid of you, I might have won. I feel like this was my best bet. So sorry, and a lot of fun playing with you. I hope we can hang out sometime.
I'll go tally the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Eliza. Jared. One vote Jared, one vote Eliza. Jared. It's 2 votes Jared. The 15th person voted out as Survivor Winthrop Redemption Mountain, the final member of our jury. Jared, try to smoke. Dallas, Eliza, and Sarah, congratulations. You are our final 3. You guys can head inside for 5 minutes, then we're going to come right out and have our final tribal council.
I'm disappointed. I had moments during that challenge where I knew I had to win, and then other times where I felt solid with Sarah enough that I could let her win. And at the end, I don't know if I got my point across, but I asked her if we were solid. She said yes, and then I threw my basket. So, yeah, it didn't work out. I have to get some more information about how Sarah played. I mean, she was my closest ally, and she burned me at the end. So I have to find out how she played the rest of the game and just get a better idea if she was planning on getting me out the whole time or whatever. And I also have to find out about Dallas and Eliza and just I don't know. I'm not really sure who I would vote for at this point to win.
I'm enjoying this so much, Sydney. I know. I'm sure.
All
right.
Woo.
Girls.
Do you want
to if I didn't win? No. You said not. Truth be told, would you have voted me out if I didn't win? If you didn't win? If I didn't win. Immunity. We were on, so I trusted you. All right. We were loyal.
We will now bring in the members of our jury. Byron, Ben, Ronan, McKenna, Jen, Amy, Tucker, and Jared voted out at the last tribal council. All right. Sarah, Eliza, Dallas, congratulations on making it to the final 3. Before we get into things, I'll give each of you a chance to make an opening statement. We could start with Dallas.
I am really happy with the game that I played, seeing as I've never even watched Survivor. So I think that has to say a lot about what I learned today from everybody. So thank you guys.
Eliza?
I think everyone was loyal to each other, and then once they needed to make a strong play, we did.
Sarah?
I sort of felt like the odds were against me at times, and I think I got exactly what I wanted. 3 months ago, this is what I wanted, and I made it happen.
Thank you very much. Finally. All right, jury, this is where everything turns to you. All right, here's how it's going to work. This is going to be a moderated group discussion. We're going to discuss the 3 aspects of this game: outwit, outplay, and outlast. So the first topic we will have you guys discuss is the outwit portion. This has to do with the finalists' social game. who did the best job of forming relationships, but also playing in a way that respected everyone's game. Ben, why don't we start with you on this?
Well, Eliza, you said you were loyal when you had to be, but I don't think you were ever loyal. And Sarah said you said you faced all the odds, but you never had your name written down.
That's all I was loyal to
She
her
did
to
have
the
her
end.
name
I did get rid
How many
I've
times?
been loyal to her to the end, and her halfway through once we started.
Well, I just don't think the odds were that stacked.
I just came in not knowing the majority of people, and then got put on a team where I vaguely knew Tucker. You know, just because I taught his brother piano lessons 10 years ago. That's how much I knew him. And then got switched with me when two people were strong, and he said, you guys were strong. And I had to try and just listen and let people talk, and I did. I let people talk, I let them think that they had control, and sometimes they did, but I helped with it.
Jared, what are your comments on the finalist social game?
I guess Sarah. We don't have to talk about the last part, but for the beginning of the game, how honest would you say you were with?
I was really honest. And I'll say that really the only one when I said I would like to see us go to the 2, I meant it. I didn't know if what I was hoping to do 3 months ago would actually happen. And so I teetered on what to do, and then I just didn't think I could beat you. I did not think that if I brought you, I could beat you. And I think it also said something, that what I told myself. Someone said all-girl alliance at the Ed a long time ago. And then I said, what girls can I beat? So I've got to get one from here, but not this one because they're friends with that one. Because I don't think I can beat 2 friends that are close. Because I wasn't, super close with any one girl. And so, and even Eliza said that day, she said, final 3, and I did not commit to that because I didn't know if I could beat her either, but this opportunity came, and I just said, you gotta go with what your gut was 3 months ago. It happened. You can make it work. So I had to just trust that my plan was the best one for me. It was.
I just want to go back to Eliza. You said you were loyal until you didn't have to be. So when were you loyal with me? Because we played together for a long time.
Yeah, we did. But then it came down between you and Sarah, and I had to stick with her because I was being loyal to her.
Right, but when were you loyal to me? Because you basically lied every time we talked.
I voted Byron out, not you.
Thanks, everyone voted Byron out.
Yeah, that was unanimous.
McKenna, this will be our last comment in this section.
So, I feel like the people who played the best social games are sitting here with me on this bench. So I just want to know from each one of you, what was one move that you personally orchestrated, a strategic move?
I guess the turning point was Jen, which I didn't want to do, but I didn't think it would be you either.
I don't think that was
You
orchestrated.
personally
though,
orchestrate
by
that?
you. People have been gunning for Jen for a couple turns by then.
What was that?
People were gunning for Jen for a couple of rounds there already.
So that doesn't.
But if you initiated that tribal, that's enough. So, Eliza?
Probably taking Tucker out towards the end because it was either him or I.
Dallas?
I also felt as though I was fairly helpful in taking Tucker out, but I just like orchestrated it. So I definitely think you're right. We're so freaking over here, so. But
Finally, something everyone can agree on. All right, we're going to move on to the next portion, the outplay aspect. This has to do with challenge performance, how much people contributed to their team, and how they did in challenges overall. And this includes idle plays and advantages plays as well. All right, Tucker, let's start with you on this.
So, out of the 3 of you, pretty much Sarah was the only one that had a chance at winning any challenges by yourself. So, what did you think that you brought to to your alliances while you had them with regards to like immunity tokens? Did you ever consider like playing those for other people? Did you ever want to like use anything to benefit someone else rather than yourself in the game?
I thought it was a pretty good move of mine when I played the Nullifier against Ronan, because I wasn't gonna play that yet, but then he rose his hand and the friend was like, no, not yet. So it was obvious that they were both gonna play it, and I think that saved my game right there.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll give it that one.
So outplay, that includes challenges. Would that also include when they pick the teams? Because Eliza and Sarah both ended up picking teams when they were sent as the weakest link. And in that regard, I think Eliza killed it. She saw that the team that we had going early on in the beginning, myself, Tucker, Giles, we were doing well with the challenges. She was able to get all three of us, even though it put her at a disadvantage because at that point she took on a full team who...
No, let him talk.
But I just think it was a smart play, and it could have ended in disaster because at that point she took on three people who already had an alliance and made it out of that. So in that way, I think she played that really well.
Sitting there, I would say Sarah performed the best. I did see Eliza not even try on a lot of the challenges. I think Dallas tried her best, but obviously there are just some more people who are more competitive in the challenges. So I think Sarah definitely, yeah, tried her best, but I think Sarah definitely performed the best in that area.
Was the idol that Sarah you played, was that just because you had to because it was like Final 7 or?
Yeah. That was it. I didn't need to use either of them.
Yeah.
I knew that I was safe,
You just had to.
but you might as well
Pretty
play
good
it.
that you were able to save it that long though.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Eliza, you mentioned playing the idol Nullifier. Did anyone know about that it was in her possession?
Yeah, I asked her 3 times about it, but she wouldn't tell me.
I think we all knew she had something, but she lied to all of us.
Yeah, repeatedly.
About it. So she was definitely suspect.
Amy?
Sarah, what point did you get those idols?
I got the really jabby frog, which I think I still have indents from. Won't show anyone. When there was 4 of us standing around. I forget who was in it at that time. Enough people. But I never got a chance to look at it to see what number, and I didn't need it. But it was right there. And it was like right there. And Tucker saw it, which, hey, nice guy. He didn't tell anyone. Saw some. He's the only one who saw that I grabbed it because everyone I just waited and waited and guarded that stump until everyone kind of walked off. And then the other one, I got it right then. I looked just before it, I looked down and I just happened to see it sticking out.
All right, let's move on to the final portion of this discussion, the Outlast. This comes down to who of these 3 made it here despite having everything going against them, and who of these 3 played a game that you can respect the most.
I would say I respect Sarah the most. She seems to be honest with me, I think, for the most part. You did?
I did not.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is that what changed it?
I voted you out.
Yeah, I wasn't honest at all.
I think Eliza, she was the very first that we all voted out to begin with. She worked her way back socially. She came back, made alliances. She also is amazing at finding idols and whatever. She always played them pretty accurately. And she had her name brought up quite a bit, and she survived.
I think Eliza did really well in the Outlast portion.
I didn't see you really have a strong alliance throughout this whole game until the end. You mostly played on your own, except with the exception of a few people here and there. And I think you swayed the votes how you wanted them to go, or even if you didn't sway them, you found an alliance at that specific tribal that got you through to the next one. So I think you had things stacked against you at every tribal, and you made it through to here.
All right. Before we conclude, do any of you have any final questions for any of the finalists individually? Amy, you had your hand up?
I was just wondering, Dallas, like when it was Jared and you and Sarah and Eliza and me and Tucker, did you decide at way before that that you didn't want to do just you didn't want to do girls? When did you decide to exclusively work with Jared?
Exclusively work with Jared?
Weren't you with Jared?
We
were
were
with Jared just at that point or before that?
No, we were on and off we were pretty much on for a while, but it was kind of a lower key and not really doing anything major together, but we just had each other's back. And yeah, it wasn't until the very end that it was more so being persuaded into doing an all girls.
Jared?
Would all three of you agree that you wouldn't be sitting there without my help?
I definitely do. And I was strong with you because I felt like we had each other's back.
All right, Ben.
Do you have any? I mean, you're obviously in the final three, so you don't have major regrets. Was there anything that you maybe wish you had a redo on at this point?
Do you just feel bad about anything you did?
No.
If I hurt someone's feelings, I truly do feel bad about that.
That seems like a sincere apology.
Right.
Anyone else have an apology?
Anyone? Any final questions from the jurors? All right, let's get some final statements in. Sarah, we'll start with you this time.
I don't know, I hope.
I hope that you realize that I think most people underestimated me coming in. And that's what, literally from my interview at the beginning, I wanted to be underestimated. So we did the whole Temple Grandin thing and acted goofy and did my thing so that maybe people, I heard somebody calling me intense. He's not even listening. I heard somebody over here was calling me intense to other people before the game. I heard that. And so I just thought, man, if that is being said about me at all, I've got to make sure that I don't come off that way and that I, just look like I'm not a threat. And I think that maybe I did that.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. Eliza, nice and light.
I think I definitely had the odds stacked against me in the beginning because 9 people voted for me to get out, and I thought I had the girls who were talking. I thought I had them on my side, so I was really surprised that I got voted out. And then from each vote there, I really had to work my way and talk to people and wondering what they were doing. And I stayed loyal to my 2 alliance members until it came down to either them or I, and I made my way here.
Very nice. Dallas?
I think I definitely had some challenges having never watched Survivor, never seen it, never done anything with it. So the whole concept of it was really new to me. So learning as I go and trying to put into practice what I was learning as it was happening. Some decisions were really hard to make, like Sarah brought out. But, going through it and trying to, focus on what would have been best for my personal game. And I feel like I was fairly loyal to some people that I was very close with in the game. So.
All right. Thank you, finalists. Jury, we now turn the power over to you. It is now time for you to vote. And this time, let me reiterate, as always, you are writing down the name of a person that you want to be called the winner of this game. We are crowning someone the title of Sole Survivor tonight. Biggest decision you're going to make. Byron, we're going to start with you. Go cast your vote.
Good job. You played okay.
I think I'm going Eliza. Girl, you did such a good social game. And I think you had a plan all along. You made it happen. And you defeated the odds. So good job. And you see if Jared was up there. I feel like, even though you didn't know the game, you maybe. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I have to choose between 3 backstabbers.
Do you think Ben could still get back in the game?
Can we do a rematch?
Don't lie about it.
Are you You never liked me. I said you. I said you never.
Whoa. Guys, we're not against each other right now.
I'll go tally the votes. This is kind of an important part. Before I read the votes, thank you all for another great season. Please give another round of applause to Mike, Dory, and the production crew. I'll see you guys at the reunion. No, I'm just kidding. All right, you guys want to see your name written down right now. This is where you find out if you won. First vote, Dallas. Sarah. Eliza. Vote Dallas, 1 vote Sarah, 1 vote Eliza. Sarah. 2 votes Sarah. Eliza. 2 votes Eliza. Sarah. 3 votes Sarah. Eliza. We are tied. 3 votes Sarah, 3 votes Eliza, 1 vote left. The winner of Survivor Winthrop Redemption Mountain, Eliza. This is step right up. Eliza, grand prize, $25 Amazon gift card. Sarah, as our runner-up, $10 gift card to Cumberland Farm. Thank you all so much for coming and playing this game, and it's the most fun day of the year for me, so thank you so much, and that's it. So, bye. That means it's time to go, people. Get out.
We're loyal to me through and through. Play a great game. Eliza, as loyal as you were to Bree, was as disloyal as you were to me. But I was fully convinced that you're with me. And I think that you, despite winning any challenges or having any chance in any of them, you still made it to the end. And I think you were controlling most of the game. So I reward that. Sarah, you played really good too. I mean, I probably would have voted for you if I played with you more, but our only interaction was you just lying. So Eliza at least did it for longer. Good job. You played okay.
I think I'm going Eliza. I'm voting for Eliza because I think she overcame more odds. Ah, gosh. And I feel like Sarah didn't pull as many strings. I feel like she rode coattails until the end when she made her big move at the very last thing. I think it was a little too late. So, I don't know that. After all, you didn't slack off on challenges. Even though you didn't win any, you gave it 100%. And I feel like your move was turning on McKenna in the beginning. And I respected that because I knew that was 2 alliances, the All-Girl Alliance and also the Farmington Girls. And that had to be difficult. So I respect that. Man, it's a hard decision. I gotta say, you didn't do that great on challenges, but
backstabbed me. It was the right time to do it. I respect that. So we win.
Wow. I have to choose between 3 backstabbers, but I know you had to do this to win because I was pretty sure I would win against you at the end. I understand.
It's alright. Just like, are we all good to go? Yeah, we're all good to go.
Someone's gonna walk through those woods. And
Did you get mad at Sam at all tonight?
No.
No. Sam, did you get mad at Mike at all tonight?
No.
Mike, would you do this again next year? If Sam chooses to accept you as a helper.
Well, we have a lot of things that we can reuse.
I talk a big game saying I'm going to say no, but it's not until the moment that I'd be able to tell you honestly.
Bye.